I thought I had a grasp of what the song was going to do and what it was doing. I don't at all. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, please don't forget, subscribe, turn on notifications, and you're good to go with all the alerts you need. We are back with Nightwish, and you may know that midweek I put up a poll. I wanted some guidance from you guys on where we go next vocally. We are shelving Greatest Show on Earth for now until we can build up to it. So the options were having a look at more Taria, Nemo or Phantom. We could go with the Net, your choice. Could go back to Floor, again, your choice, or more Marco, While Your Lips Are Still Red was an example I gave. Almost 3,000 votes. Thank you so much for getting involved in that. It's so exciting to see you guys excited about this music. The majority winner there was going back to Floor with 44%, and I scrolled through all the comments, and the one that stood out to me as the most highly requested was Devil in the Deep Dark Ocean live in Buenos Aires. So that's the version we're going to be going with. With these polls, it's not about what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. It's about what I'm going to do first and what I'm going to do next. It's so cool to know that there's still so much out there that you guys want me to react to, and still so much of their archive to work through. I love this band, and they're not going anywhere for a very long time. So once again, thank you for that. Excited to get stuck in. Nightwish, Devil in the Deep Dark Ocean, live from Buenos Aires. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so we'll give you this nice little piece. It's called Devil and the Deep Dark Ocean.
He's so cool. Okay. Okay, I'm going back to the beginning because there's a bunch of things there I want to mention that are just spectacular. They are really good at starting songs super impactfully, super kind of urgently. And what that does is any expectations you have, it like offsets you and it puts you in a place of kind of uncertainty. And then they allow you to latch onto different melodies and almost reset and become part of the song and listen a bit deeper. Love that guitar riff. It's like a proper metal ballsy guitar riff. Interestingly enough, usually I speak about top and tail with riffs or with phrasing, and this extends beyond that. Usually the top and tail of a guitar riff is completed within a cycle, but here the tail extends into the kind of whole second cycle, which is it kind of extends longer than you think it should. But the reason it works so well is because Tuomas has got such a great gift for accenting certain notes. And obviously the drummer's working with him there, and so is the bass. But I'm sure that comes from his mind, where he's deciding which notes to accent. And he's got those nice key sharp hits as well. Very cool. And then you go into the drummer, who's just hitting that double kick work like crazy. I didn't expect that. He's got some seriously quick feet and super consistent too. Proper power start, really kind of metal start to the song. Very cool. I have to hear it again.
Okay, so we'll give you this nice little piece. It's called Devil and the Deep Dark Ocean.
Marco's doing the damn thing too. Mischievousness.
A snowy owl above the haunted waters, poet tell of the ancient gods, Christ to tell the never-ending story, prophecy of becoming flood.
Okay, going back. Oh, Floor's about to enter. Okay, we caught that just in time. I love how they go from that urgent craziness, that such full depth of kind of the whole band, into that stripped back piece where it's drums, excuse me, it's bass, and it's Marco doing this kind of like storytelling, speaking kind of spoken word thing. I think it's really cool. We know what a great vocal he's got, but it's nice to see them show that different character to it. And then again, accents, as I mentioned earlier, Thomas hitting accents with the guitarist, with the drummer, all working together to emphasize certain, I don't want to say parts of the song, it's certain parts of just small guitar riffs or small melodies that give huge light and shade to the song. Just when you think it's been stripped down and it's just sitting in one area, it kind of pushes it up to remind you where the song can go. Very cool. love that.
A snowy owl above the haunted waters. Poet tell of the ancient gods. Christ to tell the never-ending story. Prophecy of becoming floods.
The Nora mysteries alone, the lady brightest ride. So the incarnation before the creator of the
I missed her voice, man. Her voice is power. Again, she comes in controlled. She comes in a comfortable part of her register where she's able to add a great tonal value to what essentially is, again, just a very, very kind of reserved and controlled melody, and then just hits you with that high note. So far what the song's doing is it's going to places that are just wow, and then it's stripping back to something calm, still impressive, still technical, but still calm. And then they keep doing little things to let you know what they're capable of, and I love that. There sounds to be some kind of environmental or sample effects that are like, it sounds like wind, or it sounds like an ocean, and either I'm just making it up because of the name, but I swear I heard it a bit earlier, and if I see it again I will bring it out and pause and point it out to you guys.
Justice Kingdom, pulling on tomorrow's world. Yes, I'm the liquid, giving power.
Great bass tone.
vigilant race of the blood red water, the creator of infinite blue. Spell to masters this earth, carved on it.
I need to go back there because the guitar is doing something great with the vocals. When he comes in and he starts doing the lead bits in the second part of the verse, he's hitting certain notes along with her phrasing. So what her vocal sound is doing and what the tone of the notes is doing are actually lining up and almost doubling up. They sound pretty similar, and that again is just it's even a deeper layer of accenting certain things and just being really smart about musical composition. When you can line up a lead piece to a vocal melody and you can get it to line up so tightly, it's just a beautiful thing.
Race of the blood red water, the creator of infinite blue. Spell to masters this earth, carved on it.
I would die for the love of the melody, a seduction, beauty, and scorn. Welcome to the end of your life, hail the ocean born.
There where he comes back in again, where Marco comes back in again, is a bit more aggressive now. Now the song's evolving, and so are the keys. He's doing that kind of haunting higher lead work with I think it's his right hand. He's doing something that is a bit more airy, and adds like a nice higher band of the frequency to what they're doing. Very cool.
Graceful spot for King, death was spoken by wedding cries. All great new breed, the modern dew for you are the creator of the image.
This drummer. How big are her lungs? How long was that note? And then she still, that's the thing. It's one thing to hold a note, but it's another thing to hold a note, shift the tone, and then towards the end, wind it down like that. That takes a lot of control. And usually you see singers do that on notes that are half that length that they're holding, because it requires a certain amount of control of air. And when you're running out of air, that becomes infinitely difficult to do. So I need to go back, because I'm going back twice, because that was special.
Death was spoken by wedding cries. All great new breed, the modern dew for you are the creator of the image of God.
Right now, all rest is sweet. When we hear in the day,
Really tight palm muting with the kick drums.
For love,
great the life of
I thought I had a grasp of what the song was going to do and what it was doing. I don't at all. Okay, I have to go back. I'm sorry, there's a lot of going back in this, but it's just so special. His key work when he goes really quick like that, and you see him hitting those keys to try and match up with the palm muting, the kick work, the bassist. That is very difficult on keys. I mentioned it before because the attack and decay of the notes isn't as instant as a guitar or hitting a drum, a tom or a snare. So he's having to time that a lot better than everyone else in the band to make sure that those notes hit an accent the way they need to. That's very cool and very intense. I love her drifter vocals. That's where her voice becomes an instrument. It is no longer just vocals. It becomes an instrument in the band, and it's used phenomenally. And then those little sharp operatic bits that she was starting to hit. Oh, she's special. So cool. Okay, I figured it out. There was something that was not bothering me, but I couldn't work out in that quick piece what the drummer's doing, and I think I have it. So basically, when he goes into the quicker double bass work where everyone's doing the frenetic picking and or palm muting and the key work, he starts his snare accent on the 1. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then halfway through, after she hits that high note, it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and. So he's just switched the timing of the snare. It's actually not a time signature change. And his feet are doing the same thing. That's very smart. Have a listen for the switch.
To coffin, shall my wickedness be your passion?
Okay, I want to go back again. There's that noise. I was speaking about the ocean and the wind. It's there, and I know. Hopefully, I'm not imagining this, but I'm pretty sure it's played a role in other parts in the song. I just can't pick it out perfectly. I can't hear it as clearly as I'd like to. But there, when they stopped, you did hear some of it, and it's just awesome. I love environmental noises when they work in a band, when they aren't there to try and add some weird tonal value, but more just to create a fullness to the gaps in the music. Very cool. And Mark is like really turning it up here. He's putting a lot of aggression into kind of these phrases, and it's like this conversation between him and Floor, and it's just working out really well.
From cradle to coffin, shall my wickedness.
There's modulation on that for sure.
Be your passion.
Can we also talk about that outfit? Is she going off to war? Because she's killing it right here.
Thank you so much! Wow!
Yeah, that was absolute fire. I know there was a lot of pausing and stuff in there, but it was a song that requires the respect for all of the mastery that was in it. So again, there are people that are fans of the pausing, there are people that are not. I try my best to get it right with both, but there was a lot in that song that I needed to speak about because I appreciate it so much. All of it comes from a place of appreciation and just awe So that was phenomenal. There were again at the end there, you heard Thomas's keys once the music had died down, and he had this wind down to his keys, and it is somewhat reminiscent of, you know, if you've ever watched a documentary and you've heard them amplify like animal sounds like really deep in the ocean, you hear those like pitches kind of really high pitch, and then they shift and fade away and they dip. And I don't know if that's what they were going for, and maybe I'm drawing too much into the title, but that's what it sounded like to me, and it just was absolutely fire. A lot of smart stuff in there. Again, I thought I had a grasp of the song, and they took it to another place completely. Shock the listener, make me work at listening to the music. And I don't mean that in a bad way. You know, whenever you feel like it requires energy to listen, that maybe it's overdoing it. Not at all. I think they're a band that are so capable of disguising technicalities and talent in melody that it becomes very listenable. But if you want to, there is a deeper layer to uncover, and that's what we're trying to do on this channel. So thank you so much again for that. That was awesome. I hope you enjoyed that even a tenth of as much as I enjoyed it, because then you will be smiling pretty big right now. Thank you once again for joining me for that. Nightwish is just killing it. They seem to have got their slot solidified on the Saturday at the moment, so we'll see if we keep it that way or if we shift it up a little bit. But again, very grateful for your support, for your energy, and for your time. Until the next one, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.